What's up, y'all? It's the Skate Theorist. Just wanted to chat a little bit. There's a time in everyone's life where you realize that you're average at some things. Um, now, the way averages work, most people are average. If you're ever above average at anything, be thankful for it. Um, Being below average is nothing weird. Being awful at something is really not out of the ordinary. But one thing that made me realize that my skating was at most average was skating Lakeland Skate Park. So I'm going to go over some footage of Team Pain dropped like a first two, just a compilation of skate tricks when the park opened. And I've skated this park, so I'm going to talk a little bit about my experience skating it. And yeah, just being average is kind of funny. And skating, you kind of think that things will come together and you'll be as good as the people you see. But in real life, the people that you see skating are usually the best skaters on earth. So, now the people in this video aren't the best skaters on earth, but they all are very above average. So, this park has really humbled me many times. So, this is mostly the Derns actually skating um, Lakeland Skate Park in Florida. It's about an hour from me, give or take, depending on traffic. But when I first went there, I had watched this video, this specific video first. This dropped 10 years ago. And beautiful park. Absolutely beautiful park. There's a lot of nice things. This section I probably stay at the most. Just that A-frame. I like to try to manual it. Little rail right there. Little manual pad. Fun stuff at the top. This section is not huge. Yeah, like I've hit that handrail, just a board slide, nothing crazy. Sometimes I'll hit the like bump to rail up. Then they have this great mini section right here. I think you can see my mouse where they have like little quarter pipe. So much fun to skate. It's like a little mini ramp. So I definitely skate the smaller stuff at the park. But I remember watching this park, even this big bowl, nothing looks that big on camera, and it never really does. But you show up and you're like, oh, this is way bigger than I thought. So that thing right there is probably like waist high. And when I saw these people touching it easy, I thought like, yeah, I could probably touch that thing. Here they're doing the snake run, which that is not something I'm really even interested in. I'm not a big park skater. But another thing about this video that was kind of funky to me is just how they're hitting stuff. So one of my dreams at the time was to just ollie this bump to bar, and I ollied it the funny way, not off the bank. So I came from the right here, and I just ollied over it that way. But I was too scared to do it the long way. I'll show you at a different angle. But he's just hitting up this like kind of ugly quarter pipe, grinding it. I remember thinking like, how do you even think like that? And then to blunt the rail and then just pop back in. If you ever went to the park, like to me, that's an incredible trick. Extremely hard. Another thing too that humbled me when I started going to Lakeland a little bit was the people there were a lot better. This section's super fun though. But the people there, one dude showed up. Somebody said, "Oh, that's Skate God." I said, "Skate God? Hold up. Like, why do y'all call him Skate God?" They're like, "Just watch him." It's like, "Just watch him." All right. So I was watching him. Dude hit a nose blunt down the handrail when he just showed up, bro. Blew my mind. And that was one of the many moments of my life where I'm like, dang, there's just levels to this. That bowl and that wall is pretty big. I'd say the bowl is like 6 feet on the smaller side than that wall. I have no idea how big it is. So this thing, that's where I went pretty much thinking like, I'm gonna ollie this. I know it doesn't look big, but you have to haul ass to do that thing. It is like way longer. It doesn't look like it, but it's at least like 6 feet long from where you pop to like get over the rail, basically. It's like an arm's width. Like it's way longer in person. The height's not a problem. I have decent pop anyway, so, but it's just something I was all in my head about. Then this thing, they really mess up in this video that gave me false confidence on this too. This is another gap where I think it's a good 6 feet right there. Maybe not, maybe not. But I remember the first time I popped, I was like, whoa, that is like way longer than I thought. I really couldn't do much on it. These guys make it look tiny. They make it look even tinier later on in the video. And these are all really good skaters, though. Gnawing over that, man, is insane. And I mean, you know the Derns now, but they've been around Florida for a long time, just ripping stuff. And that nose blunt is actually the one. He wasn't who they call Skate God. I don't know who that is. I cannot figure out his name. But that is the handrail that dude nose blunted first try as soon as he showed up to the park. It's crazy. That's a really fun ledge. Like it's marble, so it slides good, but it's actually fun to like go up it, to just hit it from the bottom. But yeah, I was just kind of sitting. I rewatched this video. Oh my gosh, dude! I swear that thing. That's at least an 8 foot manual pad. You know, my numbers are way off. It might be 10 feet long. I don't know. You can see the gap. It's not huge. It's a doable gap, but it's not like the mini Euro that you're gonna throw a ton of new tricks up. But the manual pad's long, and they're just like, dude, they must be pushing. I wish they had the clips of them pushing, because you got to be pushing crazy. You can't just get that much speed at this park without hauling, you know what I mean? Like you can see this guy's coming from the top right now. That's not the type of speed you need to pop 15 feet over something. But yeah, when did you find out that you are not going to be pro at skateboarding? Not, I never thought I'd be pro. When I was really young, I thought like maybe I could be somewhat good. I never really thought pro was on the cards just because I was never really the best guy at the park or anything. Like that, it looks like he's going so slow. He just pops huge or something. I had a friend who he was pretty good. He went there and just to do this little kicker over the bar, I swear it took him like 15 tries. Way bigger in person. I don't know. It looks tiny on camera. Also, I wanted to share this. I ate it in this bowl one time. I'm not a bowl skater at all, but the deep end of that is like probably 11 feet. It's at least 10 feet. You can tell it's pretty big, but only if you're really paying attention. Like the short side, let me see if I can get a still of that guy standing in it, kind of. It's hard because people are crouched down, right? You can kind of tell. Yeah, you can kind of tell. The the shorter side is probably 5 to 6 feet. The bigger side, I would say, is 10 to 11. But there was this child there, and he must have been like 8 or 10 years old, and he was just dropping in the shallow end and just airing to flat out of the big end. And I thought, like, for sure I can just go to flat. Like, it's a freaking quarter pipe, you know what I mean? So he's doing it like it's nothing. And I thought, whatever, I'm just going to send it. But what I didn't really pay attention to is he was pumping to get the speed to get to the top. So I end up like a foot from the top of coping. It feels like I'm like 8 feet in the air or something. And I realize, oh, I don't have nearly enough speed. So I try to do like this little, honestly, I just tried to turn. So I do like a little backside thing, but I feel like I'm like off the wall. And I hit the bottom so bad, I just dropped and smacked both my elbows. That same day, I fell doing like basically just riding around, hit my head. I was like, dude, this is not my trip. I went with the homies. That was the same time it took them like 15 tries to ollie over that. I was just like, fuck it, dude. I'm just sitting out, man. I don't know if you've ever been to a park where you just have a terrible time, but I was like, fuck this, dude. I'm not doing that shit. So yeah, I ate it in that bowl. I mean, it's an easy bowl to eat it in. The thing is huge, dude. Barely anybody touches it, honestly. Like rippers come and they will skate it, but I would say that's like the least skated thing in the whole park. Airing out's just crazy, man. I've never been much a park skater, but like I don't even understand how you are brave enough to do that, you know? So yeah, if you're ever in Lakeland, know that I've eaten shit there a couple times. Um, might be fun to imagine if you happen to know the channel. I don't go there now, really. If I do, I just skate the small section. That ramp's really fun. That like little kind of wally spot to 50. That's really fun to hit. Now this thing is very steep. As you can kind of see, it's got like that Jersey-esque type of steepness. And this is absolutely insane. Um, I've never seen somebody do it in person, but if you knew how steep that was in person, it's just, I don't know how people do this, man. So, yeah, I just wanted to share with you kind of some of my thoughts of being average. I don't have any qualms about it. I'm okay with being average. Most of you are average too. That's how averages work, you know. But when did you realize that you just were never going to be at the level that you wanted to be at skating? Because I'm sure everybody thought they would at least get some hammers, you know. Like I didn't think I was going to be Yuto Horigome or anything, but I did think I would probably do more handrails in my life. I did think I'd probably at least ollie like a 10 stair. I ollied an 8. That's good enough, right? Um, so yeah, what is your best feat in skating, and where were your goals compared to the reality of how good you are? I'm curious about, what y'all are going to say. So comment below. Hope y'all enjoyed me talking about a local park that I skated and ate some shit at. So yeah. Also, I don't think I've landed a single cool trick here. I nose manualed the A-frame. That felt pretty cool. I smooth the A-frame, but nothing crazy. Like these dudes were getting off in there, and I'm just trying not to die every time I go to not my local park, you know. Well, even at my local park, I'm just trying not to die. That's all I do anymore when I'm on a board. That's why I'm not good.